Some things are up to us, and some things are not.
Tell me, Alex, what is truly within your control?
What? Who are you? Where am I?
That's not an answer. Answer me, what do you control?
I don't control any of this.
Correct. Yet do these things control you?
What the? Watch where you're going!
You couldn't control the accident, but did you control your reaction? Peace begins where control ends.
I can't control what happens, but I can control how I respond.
Some things are up to us, and some things are not. Choose wisely.
Imagine this. Everything in your life, every challenge, every heartbreak, every failure, wasn't just something to endure, but something to embrace. What if every obstacle was a stepping stone, not a stumbling block? This is the idea behind amor fati, a Latin phrase meaning love of fate. It's not just about accepting what happens, it's about loving what happens. Let me tell you a story. This is David. He had his whole life planned out. A perfect job, a perfect relationship, a clear path ahead. But one day life threw him a curveball. He lost his job. His relationship fell apart. His dreams seemed to shatter overnight. At first, David did what most of us would do. He got angry. He blamed himself. He blamed the world. Why me? He thought. This isn't fair. But then something changed. He stumbled across a quote from Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher. A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything thrown into it. What if, instead of resisting life's challenges, he could use them to grow? What if every setback was actually fuel for something greater? That's when he made a choice. Instead of fighting his fate, he would embrace it. He would love it. At first it wasn't easy, but the more he leaned into his new reality, the more he saw possibilities where he once saw dead ends. Losing his job? It pushed him toward a career he was actually passionate about. His breakup? It forced him to discover who he was without someone else. His failures? They became the very lessons that led to his success. David didn't just survive his hardships, he thrived because of them. His life didn't go according to plan, but that was the best thing that ever happened to him. He didn't just accept his fate, he learned to love it. This is amor fati. Life will throw things at you. Pain, loss, uncertainty. But like a fire that turns everything into light and warmth, you have the power to transform every experience into something meaningful. So the next time life hands you something unexpected, ask yourself, how can I use this? How can I grow from this? How can I love this? Because when you stop fighting against life and start working with it, you'll find that everything, yes, everything, is exactly as it should be. And that, my friend, is the secret to peace, resilience, and an extraordinary life. Have you been blessed by this broadcast? Like it, comment on it, share it, subscribe to this channel, and switch on the notification bell to be notified when new videos are uploaded.
Conflict is everywhere. Whether it's in your relationships, your workplace, or even within yourself, there will always be situations that test your patience, emotions, and self-control. The question is, will you let conflict control you, or will you rise above it? The Stoics believed that true power is not in defeating others, but in mastering yourself. The greatest warriors are not those who fight every battle, but those who choose their battles wisely, who refuse to be controlled by anger, fear, or the need to prove themselves. In today's video, we will explore 7 Stoic strategies to help you rise above any conflict, maintain complete control, and command respect, without ever losing your composure. Master these, and you will move through life with unshakable confidence, no matter what challenges come your way. Let's begin. Control your emotions or be controlled by them. The moment you lose control of your emotions, you lose control of the situation. Most people believe that reacting with anger or frustration shows strength, but in reality it reveals weakness. The person who controls their emotions controls the room. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The truth is, no one can make you angry, offended, or frustrated unless you allow them to. Your emotions are yours to command, and when you master them, you become untouchable. Never react to provocation. Use silence as a weapon. Nothing frustrates your enemies more than your indifference. When someone tries to provoke you, whether through insults, manipulation, or aggression, the most powerful response is no response at all. Epictetus taught that if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. Imagine someone insults you. If you react emotionally, you give them power. If you remain calm and unmoved, you take their power away. Silence forces your opponent to question themselves. They don't know what you're thinking, and that uncertainty is far more powerful than any comeback. Choose your battles wisely. Not every fight is worth fighting. Most people waste energy fighting meaningless battles, arguing over small things, proving points that don't matter, or trying to win at the cost of their peace. The Stoics understood that real power comes from choosing which battles to fight. If something doesn't serve your higher purpose, let it go. Seneca once said, "You want to be invincible? Then never enter a contest where winning doesn't bring you value." The strongest people are not the ones who fight the most, but the ones who know when to walk away. Keep your ego out of the fight. Ego is the enemy of wisdom. Most conflicts arise because of pride, the need to be right, or the fear of looking weak. But the Stoics knew that true strength is in self-control, not in ego-driven reactions. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Do not waste what remains of your life in speculating about others, unless it directly serves a higher purpose. If someone insults you, it is your ego that wants to strike back. If someone disrespects you, it is your ego that feels threatened. But if you set ego aside, you remain in control. Control the frame. Dictate the terms of engagement. The person who controls the frame controls the outcome." What does this mean? It means that you decide the tone, the rules, and the nature of the conflict. If someone comes at you with aggression, you don't meet them at their level. You dictate a new level. Imagine a loud, aggressive person trying to argue with someone who remains calm, composed, and logical. Who looks stronger? The calm one. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When you stay calm and rational, you force the other person to adjust to your energy. That's control. Control the frame. Dictate the terms of engagement. The person who controls the frame controls the outcome. What does this mean? It means that you decide the tone, the rules, and the nature of the conflict. If someone comes at you with aggression, you don't meet them at their level. You dictate a new level. Imagine a loud, aggressive person trying to argue with someone who remains calm, composed, and logical. Who looks stronger? The calm one. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When you stay calm and rational, you force the other person to adjust to your energy. That's control. Let your actions speak. Win without fighting. The most powerful people do not waste energy on unnecessary conflict. They let their results, discipline, and success speak for them. Sun Tzu wrote, "The greatest victory is that which requires no battle." The Stoics lived by this principle. They did not waste time arguing. They focused on winning in life. When you excel in your field, when you stay disciplined, when you remain in control, you win without needing to fight. Rising above conflict is not about avoiding it. It's about mastering it. It's about staying in control, choosing your battles, and maintaining unshakable composure. Control your emotions, or they will control you. Never react to provocation. Let silence be your weapon. Choose your battles wisely. Some fights aren't worth it. Keep your ego in check. Real strength is in restraint. Control the frame. Dictate the terms of engagement. Use perspective. See the bigger picture. Win without fighting. Let your success be your statement. Master these principles, and you will move through life with absolute power and control, untouched by petty conflicts or emotional traps. If this resonated with you, drop a comment with "Power in Control" and let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on mastering yourself and commanding respect effortlessly. Until next time, stay disciplined, stay unshaken. What if I told you that true power doesn't come from domination, manipulation, or aggression? That you don't have to force people, beg for opportunities, or chase after success, because the world will naturally bend in your favor if you understand how to work with it instead of against it? The Stoics understood this deeply. They knew that real power is not about forcing things to happen, but about aligning yourself with reality in a way that makes things happen for you. Today, we'll explore 7 powerful Stoic strategies that will allow you to navigate the world effortlessly, without needing to push, demand, or manipulate. Master these, and you'll find that success, respect, and influence come naturally. Master yourself first. The world will follow. The world is a mirror. It reflects back what you project. If you are chaotic inside, your external world will be chaotic. If you are composed, confident, and disciplined, the world will respond to you with respect. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The mistake most people make is that they try to control everything but themselves. They try to control others, circumstances, or outcomes. But they fail to master their emotions, their reactions, or their mindset. If you want the world to work for you, work on yourself first. When you develop inner control, you naturally influence what happens around you without even trying. Use the power of indifference. People will chase you. Most people are desperate for approval. They try too hard to impress, to be liked, to win people over. But here's the paradox. The more you chase validation, the less valuable you appear. The Stoics mastered the art of indifference. They didn't seek praise. They didn't react to insults, and they didn't let emotions control them. And because of that, they became magnetic. Think of high-status people. The most respected individuals aren't the ones trying to please everyone. They are the ones who seem unaffected by opinions, criticism, or rejection. They move through life with quiet confidence, and because of that, the world moves toward them. Influence through action, not words. The Stoics had a simple rule: do more, speak less. Words are cheap. Everyone talks about their plans, their goals, their success. But the ones who actually act, who let their results speak for themselves, are the ones who command respect effortlessly. Epictetus said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." That means if you want respect, show it through discipline. If you want success, work in silence. If you want influence, become so competent that people have no choice but to respect you. Control perception. Be an enigma. The world favors those who cannot be easily figured out. If people know too much about your thoughts, plans, or emotions, they will try to manipulate or control you. The Stoics understood that mystery is power. They didn't overshare. They didn't react emotionally. They kept their plans private, revealing only what was necessary. And because of that, they were unpredictable and unshakable. If you are too predictable, people can use your habits and desires against you. But if you remain unreadable, you become impossible to manipulate. Align with reality, not against it. One of the biggest mistakes people make is fighting reality. They resist what is instead of adapting to it. They complain about problems instead of adjusting their strategy. Stoicism teaches us to accept reality and move with it. Instead of trying to force situations to change, work with them. Leverage what exists rather than resisting it. Water doesn't fight obstacles. It flows around them. The most powerful people are like water. They don't complain about difficulties. They adapt, adjust, and use every challenge to their advantage. Cultivate an aura of power through silence. Loud people are rarely taken seriously. Those who constantly explain, justify, and argue often appear weak. True power comes from restraint. When you speak only when necessary, people listen. When you do not react to provocation, people respect you. When you carry yourself with quiet confidence, the world takes notice. Lao Tzu said, "Silence is a source of great strength." Those who can remain composed, who don't need to prove anything, and who don't waste energy on pointless arguments, naturally command authority. Let the world come to you. The ultimate power move. The final secret is the most counterintuitive. Stop chasing. Let things come to you. Most people live in a state of desperation. They chase love, success, respect, or happiness. But chasing repels what you want. The more you force things, the more resistance you create. The Stoics believed in attracting instead of chasing. Instead of begging for opportunities, become so skilled that opportunities find you. Instead of chasing relationships, become so valuable that people pursue you. Instead of seeking approval, be so confident that others admire you without question. The world does not bend to force. It bends to those who understand how to move with it. The key is not control, but mastery. Master yourself, and the world will follow. Become indifferent, and people will chase you. Influence through action, not words. Be an enigma. Control what people know about you. Align with reality. Work with it, not against it. Cultivate an aura of power through silence. Stop chasing. Let success come to you. When you internalize these principles, you will no longer need to force anything. You will find that the world naturally works in your favor because you have become the kind of person it rewards. If you found this valuable, let me know in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on mastering yourself and commanding respect effortlessly. Until next time, stay disciplined, stay unshaken. If this message resonated with you, leave a comment and share your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on self-mastery and commanding respect with ease. Remember, true strength comes from within. Those who need no validation are the ones who hold the most power. Stay disciplined, stay unshaken, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome to this journey of wisdom and insight. Today we explore a concept that goes against modern thinking, the power of doing less and achieving more. In a world that glorifies busyness, we often mistake motion for progress, noise for impact, and exhaustion for success. But what if true effectiveness lies not in doing more, but in focusing on less? What if simplicity is the key to greatness? Let's take a deep breath, clear our minds, and begin. Society teaches us that success comes from constant effort, from grinding every hour of the day. But the Stoics saw things differently. They believed in efficiency over excess, in clarity over chaos. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, once wrote, "If you seek tranquility, do less." But he did not mean laziness. He meant doing only what is essential, cutting out the unnecessary distractions and trivial pursuits that steal our time and energy. Consider a river. When it flows in too many directions, it loses its power. But when it channels itself into one path, it carves through mountains. The same is true for our efforts. When we scatter ourselves thin, we dilute our potential. But when we focus on what truly matters, we achieve far more with much less. The idea of essentialism, the disciplined pursuit of less, teaches us that not everything in life deserves our attention. The Stoics understood this deeply. Epictetus advised, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." Why? Because mastering anything in life requires eliminating distractions, ignoring unnecessary obligations, and saying no to things that don't serve our highest purpose. Think about your daily life. How many tasks do you take on simply out of obligation or habit? How much of your time is spent on things that do not add real value? What if you could eliminate just 20% of your workload and get 80% of the results? This is the Pareto principle at work, the idea that 80% of outcomes come from just 20% of actions. One of the hardest but most powerful lessons in life is learning to say no. The Stoics believed that every yes is also a no to something else, to our time, to our energy, to our peace. Seneca, the great Roman philosopher, wrote, "It is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste much of it." Think about that. Our time is not short. It is just filled with distractions. By saying no to what is unimportant, we make room for what truly matters. We give ourselves the space to think, to grow, and to master the things that bring real fulfillment. Every yes should be a deliberate choice, not a reflex. Doing less does not mean doing nothing. It means being strategic, precise, and intentional. The Stoics called this eupraxia, right action. Instead of being busy for the sake of busyness, we should move with purpose, eliminating wasteful effort. Like an archer who takes careful aim before shooting, we must ensure that every action aligns with our highest values and goals. Imagine a sculptor. They do not add more clay to create a masterpiece. They chisel away the excess. Success is not about accumulation. It is about refinement. Every unnecessary commitment, every pointless meeting, every distraction we remove brings us closer to clarity, to mastery, to peace. A life of less is not a life of lack. It is a life of clarity, depth, and meaning. The most successful people in history, from artists to philosophers to inventors, understood this. They did not fill their days with endless tasks. They focused on their craft, their mission, their purpose. Leonardo da Vinci once said, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication." The greatest minds in history did not clutter their lives with meaningless activities. They did what mattered, and they did it well. The same applies to us. Instead of filling our schedules with busy work, let's ask, what is truly important? What moves the needle? What brings real value? So how do we apply this wisdom? Here are 3 simple yet powerful steps. Prioritize ruthlessly. Each morning, ask yourself, what are the few essential tasks that will make the biggest impact today? Do those first. Eliminate distractions, turn off unnecessary notifications, limit time-wasting activities, and focus deeply on one thing at a time. Say no more often. Guard your time as if it were your most valuable possession, because it is. The less we do, the more we achieve. Not because we are working less, but because we are working smarter. Every great success story is not about doing more, it is about doing what matters most. The power of doing less is not just a strategy, it is a mindset, a philosophy, a way of life. When we let go of the unnecessary, we create space for what truly matters. When we stop chasing every fleeting demand, we gain control over our time and our destiny. As we part ways today, remember the words of Marcus Aurelius. Ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? Let this question guide you to a simpler, more powerful, and more fulfilling life. Do less, achieve more, live wisely. Thank you for listening, and may you walk this path with purpose and clarity. If this resonated with you, drop a comment and let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on mastering yourself. Until next time, stay disciplined, stay focused,